another question that John was quoted as saying that your team has to be, I don't know, for lack of a better word, mentally tougher. And do these 3 games mean anything in terms of your mental toughness? Because really they've been pretty easy games.
I mean, in a way they have been, I wouldn't say easier games. I mean, the teams that we've been up against, they've all played different systems on us. I mean, last game they dropped 10 back and we had to deal with a different way to get around and through. And today they played high pressure, and I mean, we give Costa Rica a lot of credit. They were great on the ball. But we just came out on fire today, and we had a game plan and we stuck to it in the first half, and it got us a couple extra goals. So I think that's our mentality that he's talking about, is following our game plans, not for 40 minutes, not for 65 minutes, but for a full 94-minute game.
I mean, after the disappointment of the World Cup, I mean, where does this, is this a redemptive tournament? You're definitely trying to get into the Olympics, but is it are you trying to turn the page on the World Cup experience all through this tournament?
To be completely honest, I think we've already turned the page on it. We know it wasn't Canada at that tournament. We know that we have a lot more to show, and I think we're using this tournament to prove to Canada that wasn't us in Germany. And I think with the new coaching staff coming in, there's some new players in, a new mindset, skill set kind of shifting on the field. I mean, you guys have seen it. It's nice soccer to watch. It's enjoyable for us to play. So yeah, we give a lot of credit to our coaching staff and our players that are really wrapping their minds around it and buying into the system.
Has there been an adjustment from your previous coach to John? I mean, they're probably 2 very different individuals coming from 2 different soccer backgrounds. Was there a sort of a settling in period? Did you have to get used to his way of thinking? And
you know what? When John came in, it was a super easy adjustment, and I was a little bit, I'll be completely honest, I was shocked. He just has, the people that he's brought in around him are just, they're so intelligent and so smart, and for our game plan, they rip apart the other teams, and we really don't have to think when we're playing. It's just we go out there and play soccer. He has our game plan set out for us. So it was a completely an easy adjustment. I'm talking him up right now, but I'm completely honest. Like, he's a great all-around guy.
Heading in, John saying very detailed on who plays when and keeping this team fresh. Do you feel that this team is fresh 3 games into the tournament?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great venue that we're playing at. Obviously turf takes a little bit of a toll on your body, but I mean, this turf's a little bit different than stuff that we've played on. So he's done a great job of resting players when needed, playing players when we need to get a couple points, and I think he's a smart guy. I mean, at the Pan American Games, he showed it first class. We ended up beating Brazil in the final because he was smart about resting players, and it's tough when you're a starter in Game 4 in a semifinal. He's like, we're going to rest you and you're going to be a finisher. So, but he does it in appropriate reasons. He has a good background. I mean, he's smart about it, and so it's easy for us to buy into.
Do you feel you'll have the advantage over U.S. or Mexico in the semifinals just based on you guys have an extra day off?
I wouldn't say that. I think just with our coaching staff, they do such a great job technically and tactically about going and scouting other teams and having meetings with us and being on field and just kind of showing us how we're going to play or how we're going to break other teams down. So I wouldn't say having an extra day off is an advantage or disadvantage. I mean, it's obviously nice, but yeah, that's all I can really say about that.